Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be a summary of 2 Samuel 17, 1 through 29. And the counselor was given to Absalom that he should take 1,200 men and pursue after David. He said, "We will overtake him while David and his men are weary and weak, and we will make them afraid. The people will flee, and I will kill only the king. And then I will bring all the people back to Israel, and Israel will have peace. Not one man shall be harmed, only the king will be killed." Now this pleased Absalom and the elders. And so Absalom called for Husha to see what he said about the plan. Now, once Husha had heard the plans, he told him, "This is not a good plan at this time, for your father is a man of war, and the men that are with him are very mighty. Their minds are sharp, and they are like a bear that protects her cubs. And the king will not sleep with the rest of the men. He will be in a cave or a pit or somewhere else other than with the men. And the mighty men will spread out. They will not all sleep in one place. So if your men come upon a part of these men, then the other ones will hear it, and they will come running to fight. And the hearts of the Israelite army will melt away. You should gather people from Dan to Beersheba for battle. Now, Absalom, you personally should lead the battle. This way there will be a multitude, and the men will not fall to the ground as dew. Because then there will not be so much as one of them that is left. But if they flee to the city, then all of Israel will bring rope there. And if they draw near to the river, then there will not be a stone that has not been overturned." And Absalom and the men of Israel liked the counsel of Husha. And then they said, "The Lord has appointed you to give us good counselor. The other was evil that might be brought upon Absalom." And Husha had sent word to David by the two priests' son. And there was another young boy that saw the priest's son ran after to tell David. And so this young boy had went to Absalom and told him what he had seen, that Husha had been talking to the priest's sons. And so Absalom sent his servants out to catch the priest's son. Now, the priest's son had came to a woman's house, and she lowered him down into a well, and she covered it with a piece of material and put the grains of corn on it. And when Absalom's servants had came to the woman's house, they said, "Where are the young boys that came through here?" And the woman said, "They have crossed over the brook." And Absalom's servants had crossed over the brook to look for the two young boys. When they could not find them, they returned back to Jerusalem. And then once David had got word from the two priests' son about that they did not need to sleep in the fields tonight, or lest him and all his men would be swallowed up. So they crossed over the Jordan. Now Absalom had gathered a captain over his army, and they had pitched their tents in the land of Gilead. And then the counselor that had given the evil counselor had went home, made his house in order, and then he hung himself, and he was buried with his fathers. Now, when David and his men had crossed over the Jordan, there was a man that brought David and his men into his house. He gave them a bed to sleep on, and barley, and corn, and flour, and beans to eat. He brought them honey, and butter, and sheep, and cheese, for the king and his men to eat. For the people were hungry, and weary, and thirsty while they were in the wilderness. May God be with you in everything and in every way.